Shifting focus to India, the total death toll of Tamil Nadu's stampede tragedy that occurred during TVK chief Vijay's rally stands at 39 as of now, while several people are still undergoing treatment. Vijay has announced an ex gratia of rupees 20 lakhs to the families of each victim and rupees 2 lakhs to those who were injured. He also expressed grief over the loss of lives and said that he is deeply pained because of the tragedy. Tamil Nadu police says that the organizers asked for a venue anticipating a crowd of 10,000, but about 27,000 people turned up to have a glimpse of the actor-politician. Now, a case has been registered in connection with the incident and the preliminary investigation is being done. According to the Tamil Nadu DGP in charge, G. Venkatraman, the crowd had started assembling from 11 a.m. in the morning and the permission given for the TVK meeting was between 3 p.m. and 10 p.m. That's for which the permission was granted. And the crowd had been waiting for hours without any kind of sufficient food or water as TVK chief Vijay arrived very late. Of course, the swelling crowd caused the stampede which led to the deaths. Gut-wrenching moments were witnessed outside the Government Medical College and Hospital in Karur as bodies were handed over to the families of the victims after post-mortem. The Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin visited the Karur Government Medical College and met the victims who are undergoing treatment there. Expressing grief, he announced an ex gratia of rupees 10 lakhs to the families of the dead and a high-level probe into the tragedy. An inquiry commission headed by retired Justice Aruna Jagdishan has been formed to carry out the investigation. All right, joining me on the broadcast over the phone line is our principal correspondent Siddharth MP. Siddharth, give us the latest extremely dire scenes. Death toll stands at 39. What else do we know?
Yeah, indeed. As you pointed out, it's a very unfortunate incident that has unfolded, and in a span of 2 hours, the families that were gathered there in large numbers. In fact, see, Vijay is a very popular actor, and people don't see him fully as a politician. They still see him as a top A-lister actor in this part of the country. And most importantly, let's remember that he's at his peak. So most actors, it's only at a sunset time in their careers that they come into politics. But this is a gentleman here who's stepping into politics at a time when he's at his peak. His final movie before politics is yet to come out. It's expected to come out early next year. So this is an extremely popular person, which is why women, children, and people across age groups had gathered to catch a glimpse of him. And that's what led to this, because traditionally at a political rally, these kind of things do not happen at such scale. But this happened right in the middle of the district, in fact, inside an arterial road, and which is why the number is extremely high. 39 is the casualty count, unfortunately. 51 injured. Of that, 51 were given to understand at least one person is in a critical condition. So yes, in that case, we'll have to hope for the best for that particular patient. But yes, 39 indeed a very, very sad number. And also there have been certain very ghastly and gruesome cases where in a single family they've lost 2 children in this tragedy. So this is indeed a very painful situation for the entire state. And now the actor has also responded by expressing grief and condolences. This is the second time he's expressing grief and condolences. The first time he responded was last night. It was through a social media post closer to midnight hour.
Right.
And then now he's also announced a compensation or ex gratia for those who've lost their lives in this incident.
That's exactly where I wanted to come in, Siddharth. Ex gratias are being announced. Of course, M.K. Stalin has mentioned, Vijay has mentioned it. But where have the investigations led till now? Where did it really start all going wrong? Because the capacity was 10,000. Then you have nearly 30,000 people landing up there. And, when you're speaking in thousands, you really don't fully know the exact figure. Was it even more? What do we know so far as the investigations and where it went wrong?
See, one thing is very clear that 10,000 is a very, very modest estimate, and the crowd could have been far, far more than that. In fact, as you pointed out rightly, even 30,000 seems like a very modest number. And because this is not a ticketed event or this is not a formal event like a stadium where people gather, it's hard to sort of get an estimate on how many people, because this is an arterial road inside a city. So how do you even count who came for this, who did not come for this? So there's no real means of estimating that. But certainly the numbers were extremely high.
Yes.
As for the investigation, firstly, a couple of things are being pointed out, like you just mentioned some time back, that the permission was sought for a certain duration.
Yeah,
but then the crowd was
carried
kept
that.
waiting all day long. Yesterday was extremely hot, 35
Yes.
degrees. So imagine people waiting from, really early in the morning and
Yes.
then waiting without food and water. They would have had their first meal at home and then come. And obviously on the roadside, there's not much that they can get to refresh themselves and stay energized through the day.
Yeah, exactly. And it wasn't a ticketed event, so one really can't put an exact figure on what was the final number, where it all went wrong. We'll need to wait for what the investigations arrive at. That was Siddharth MP getting us the latest from Tamil Nadu. And, of course, these were the scenes in Karur.